I'm not talking Ricky Regalado. I'm not talking Ricky Regalado. Put your hands together for the one, the only, Ricky Bobby! Are you ready?
This shit that ice cold. Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpiece.
All right. First of all, I want to say thanks. I did thank you to Michael Brown. See, he loves me very much. But that's not the reason that he did that intro. See, I want to prove a point. It doesn't matter if I'm the least experienced speaker out here today, even throughout the event. What matters is how I sell my brand, how I sell my business, how I represent my company. You see, people make assumptions all the time. All the time. So what matters is how do you sell your business? How do you represent your brand? You have control over that. Do you want them to assume the right thing? Or do you want to assume the wrong thing about your business? It's all up to you. Let me prove it to you. Right here, right now. Once and for all, that people make assumptions all the time. As I walked on stage, you'll probably all assume, or most of you assume, that I'm wearing glasses. Which in fact, I'm not. These are just empty frames. People make assumptions. Repeat with me on three. 1, 2, 3. People make assumptions. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Ricky Funk, and I've been in the cleaning industry for the past 5 years. I have a technical background, but for the past 5 years, I've been involved in the cleaning industry. It all started with my wife and I. We decided to become business owners. So we went right into residential cleaning. We quit our jobs. We didn't have any money saved up. We didn't have any money coming in. So we did what probably most people wouldn't do it at this point. We took a vacation. I know, right? But let me say something. We needed to change our mindset. And this truly happened. We needed to change our mindset. We needed to get out of the employee 9-to-5 mindset. So we took a 2-week vacation. We didn't go far. We just went from near Orlando to Pensacola. And we decided to work on our business. Because when everyone decides to go into business, especially in residential, what's the next step? Let me look for a house to clean. Right? Let me find a house, 2 or 3 houses. We'll figure the rest later. We decided to work on our business. So we went on that 2-week vacation to work on our business. First-time business owners. We started working on our systems. We would do 20 items checklist every single day. Get them done. Next day, another 20 item checklist. What I can tell you is after 2 weeks, we were ready to go. And boy did we go. We had our LLC, we had our insurance, we had our CRM software. We had our software to put our clients, to put our employees before we had a single client. Isn't that crazy? Okay, honest feedback. Raise your hand. Isn't that crazy that we had that before we had a single client?
Yep.
Let me tell you what I find crazier. I find crazier that people wait until they have 100 clients to use the software. They're still using the Google Calendar and OCAD. See, we knew about the power of data-driven decisions, and that's what a piece of software lets you do. That then you make the right decision. So after 2 months that we started our first business, we decided to join a business owners association called BNI. Anyone familiar with BNI? Woo! There's a lot. Anyone currently at BNI? Great, keepers game. So for the rest of you, check them out, bni.com. They're in every single city. If you sign up, use my name, I get 30%.
Just kidding.
I didn't get 10. So for the rest of you, BNI is a business owner organization that you go, you meet every week with another 20, 30, 40 other business owners. And their job is to find work for you. And your job is to find leads, referrals, or work for them. So in fact, you have 40 other, that's your sales folks. We have 40 people selling for you. So remember, I opened my first business, decided to join BNI. 2 months after we opened the business. So this is how my first meeting went. I went to BNI, and they approached me. So are you the regional manager of your business? No. Oh, I get it. You're the franchise. You're your franchise. At this point, the look in my eyes matched the look in their eyes, trying to find out what the hell was going on. I started thinking, did I fill out the wrong paperwork? Do I need to be a franchise? I had no idea. So I decided to tell them, I'm a business owner. This is my business. I opened this business 2 months ago. And that's when I realized that they assumed that I was so much bigger than I was. They assumed that there was this big national business. And they did that because 2 months ago, I decided to take a vacation and work on my business. I decided to have my branded shirt, my branded hat, my business cards, my branded pens to give away. 2 months in, I had a company vehicle wrapped up. You see? And I got a story how I got my vehicles, because I didn't spend a lot of money on them. See me after this. But see, sometimes you have to follow your intuition. You have to do what probably other people, the 99% wouldn't do. Because that might be the difference between being successful or not. So, about 6 months ago, my wife and I, we decided we were going to stay in Florida for the next 3 or 4 years. We had our little house, beautiful, in-ground pool, backyard kitchen. You can imagine Florida. Juan knows what I'm talking about. We decided to invest some money to make it functional, make it pretty. I mean, we were going to be there for 3 or 4 years. I actually decided to invest in software development, hire a couple of developers. I was working on the next big thing for the Janitorial service, talking about software, right? Actually, let me backtrack. Let me tell you about something. So, 1 second. Yeah. So, when this whole thing that happened about 6-7 months ago, actually started 2 years ago. So I have a residential business, and I wanted to get into commercial. But for those people that are in residential and want to get into commercial, we see commercial as this big back monster, like holy, it's intimidating. Is anyone here from residential, or they do residential? Okay.
Oh wow.
So am I right? So we see commercial as this, oh my God, what? What am I supposed to clean? What's the scope of work? How much should I charge? And how about those floor machines? Jesus, I don't know how to use that. And that's an easy one. You see the big one, like, damn, right? So again, I went with my intuition, and I did what probably most people wouldn't do. So instead of just going to a Facebook group and asking a question, I decided to look for someone that was successful doing commercial cleaning. I found this guy, you might know him. His name is Ricky Regalado. And I said, damn. So I sent him a message, and I said, hey, do you mind if I give you a call? I have a few questions about commercial cleaning. I want to learn. He said, sure, here's my phone number. Great. So I called him up and said, hey, actually, you know what? Do you mind if I fly up there? Because I was all the way in Florida. Do you mind if I fly up there and talk to you? I want to spend a day in your office, learn about commercial cleaning. He said, sure. Now, at this point, I don't think he actually realized that I was going to show up. So a week later, I showed up right to this office. And I spent 2 full days. Now, I didn't talk to Ricky that much because it was right before COVID, like 2 weeks before the country got shut down. So he was busy. But I talked to everyone else in the office. And man, it was magical. Everyone helped me. And I was able to grasp all that basic information. Go back to Florida, learn a bit more, just keep learning. And I actually ended up selling my residential. I got acquired by a bigger company, and I started doing commercial. Now, throughout all this time, I kept in touch with Ricky. Not just Ricky, but then Ricky's team. We kept going back and forth. There were times that we almost worked together on a couple of things, but it never happened. Until I realized I love helping people. And I said to myself, if I'm part of something bigger, I can probably help more people. So I realized, I want to be a part of Rosalado Route. They could be a great asset to me. And they don't know it yet, but I could be a great asset to them. They just didn't know it. So I had to show them to them, right? Because that's what you do. So, called up Ricky again. Said, hey Ricky, how you doing? Hey, next week I'm gonna spend like 3-4 days in Chicago on a business trip. Do you mind if I stop by the office and say hi? He said, sure. All right. Hung up the phone. I went to cheapflights.com, booked a flight for that Wednesday that he told me that he was gonna be in the office, in and out, same day. That was my business trip. He didn't know it yet, but I told him at the end of the day he laughed. So I showed up to the office. I talked mostly with Ricky and Dominic, our COO. Where's Dominic?
Oh, I'm here.
Here you are. So I talked to them. I showed them the software that I was working on. They loved it. 2 weeks later, I was packing my bags. That's how fast things change. Again, sometimes you have to follow that intuition. You have to do that crazy thing that might be the difference between doing what you love. I'm going to leave you with this. So during that fake trip that I did to Chicago, I talked to Ricky and Dominic back and forth. I think I flew for like total of 6 hours, and I only talked to them. I was here for 3 because I had to like say Dave, right? And there was a conversation that I had with Dominic. We were right outside his office. To this day, that it really resonated with me.
Oh.
And that's when I said, man, I gotta be part of this. He approached me and he said, Ricky, we gotta help the little guy, man. We gotta help him, man. 90% of the industry. Like, we gotta help him, and you know, there's people that they need better jobs. You know that there's people on food stamps that they don't know if they're gonna eat next week. They rely on that. We can help them. We can give them jobs, careers. We gotta help them, man. And I said, I hear you, brother.
I hear you too.
And then he approached me again. He said, Ricky, but you don't understand, man. We gotta help them. We gotta help the little people, man. Like, they need better careers. They need to be able to find better jobs. We can do that for them. He said, you know, there's people that only one person can legally work in the U.S. And their whole families, they rely on that one person to go up the ladder, have a better life, provide better for them. We gotta help them, man. And I said, hear you, brother. Packed my bags, flew back to Florida. Now, what Dominic didn't know that day that we were talking, he said, I've been on footsteps, so I know how hard it is. I know how much it hurts, man, when you don't know if you're gonna eat next week. I've been there, and it hurts. It really hurts your soul. What Dominic didn't know that day, that morning that we were talking here, right outside his office, is that I've been in this country for 24 years, 15 of them as an undocumented immigrant. So I know how much it hurts. And it hurts, man. It's difficult to make it. It put you to your knees. When you work someplace and you get a promotion and you have to quit your job because there's nothing to run your background check on. And you just want to quit and you can't. But you see, I learned something along the way. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. Thank you.
Wow.